Morning everybody, Mike Niemiec here with some early morning grain and oilseed comments on this. Welcome to February 1st. Well, anyway, yesterday as we were commenting and throughout the week that it's been somewhat of a optimistic bias by the trade for the month of January, be it the trade talks maybe coming out on the positive side, maybe the USDA report that we didn't get, maybe being a little bit on the constructive side as far as production numbers go, be it that maybe there was a little bit of a premium coming into the South American growing season. And we did wind up being a little bit better for the month of January, a little bit lower than where we started out the day yesterday, but we were up roughly in the neighborhood of around 11 cents, 10 cents for the winter wheats, up around 20 for the spring. We were up roughly around a penny for the corn, 20 cents in beans, $1 in the meal, and 200 points in the soybean oil. Like I said, we closed on the defensive yesterday. And I think that the trade is still kind of with this getting wrangled with the fact that this trade talk that came out early yesterday morning, the results were still kind of wishy-washy, nothing really too definitive. And then we had our export sales that came on out, and they were all the way back as of December 20th. How can you get a handle and grasp on it? So here the trade is still, even though the USDA is back at work and the trade talks are still going on, we're still kind of in limbo with these type of reports that we're getting. And thus we continue to stay in these trading ranges. So we were up for the month, not by any great shakes. We're still in the trading range. We closed on the defensive yesterday. Then after the close yesterday and overnight, the exuberance came back with the trade talks. Got back together, more comments. They're going to meet again in China. Our top representatives are going there. They're going to go and buy U.S. products. They even surprised the trade by said that they were going to buy another 5 million tons of beans. No real definitive time period for it. That they're going to go and try and work towards intellectual property, so on and so forth. And the trade got a little bit excited in the overnight session and back rebounding up around 10 cents in the beans, up around 2 to 3 cents in the corn and wheat, up around $3 in the meal, and unchanged in the soybean oil. And then a week from today, we'll be getting our USDA report that had been delayed. And once again, the trade will probably be clamoring, looking for some supportive news from it. So here we are in a time window between today and a week from today as far as starting out the new month. We'll be getting a commitment of TERS report after the close, but there too it's going to be kind of stale in the sense of what the weekly sales were, because it's going to be all the way back to when the government first shut down. But here we are during this time period for the market to go and say, well, if you want the optimism, you got two things going for you right now. The USDA report coming on up a week from today, and these trade talks, and we'll see what goes on. All it's really doing is putting us back at the top end of the trading range, and there too will we get the technical signal to come and break out on the upside. All in all, still kind of feel that it's still a non-bullish environment. I still think that when you go and look at the S&D numbers, that we still have enough world supplies. We're going to have a South American crop, and we still have inventory from the farmer that's going to want to sell into it, and thus not have much legs on the upside. So once again, these are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS. Have a good weekend and a month of February.